As we're reading Dante's Inferno, you're going to need to be paying attention to symbolism and allegory. And symbols, you know what a symbol is. It's an item, like a thing that represents a bigger idea. And allegory is kind of the underlying message of a text. So, in general, the entire story of the Divine Comedy is all-encompassing example of a symbol. The entire story is a symbol that represents the human quest for spiritual life. Hell within the Inferno represents justice. Hell is the justice that Dante is seeking for specific political figures. The majority of the allegorical references within the Inferno are much more specific. For example, the contrapasso are excellent examples of allegory. The sinners are punished in ways that ironically are similar to the ways they turned away from God. So think about the punishments within each circle of hell that we read about. They are chosen specifically for those sinners, for the sins that they committed. So as far as characters are represented, Virgil is an allegorical character that represents human wisdom. So Virgil is wisdom. Beatrice represents spiritual love. She pulls Dante towards God and the divine. She pulls him through the journey of the Inferno towards heaven. Other examples of allegorical characters would be Geryon and Minos, and we will read about Minos. He functions as a sort of judge. He's the one who judges and determines what level of hell each one will go to. And so think about, what does Minos represent in a bigger picture? So through the use of symbolism and allegory, Dante adds more depth to his work. He uses devices that contribute to the widespread influence of the Inferno. So look for those literary devices that could be your support when you are possibly writing any type of analysis. So in Canto 1, we see the straight road and we see the dark wood of error. And so think about, these two things are symbols. These are symbols for greater ideas. What do you think they would symbolize? So go back to the text and kind of reread those sections about the straight wood and the dark wood, or the straight road and the dark wood of error, and see what they represent in a larger picture. We read about the she-wolf, the leopard, and the lion. And so what do these three beasts represent, and what is their purpose in Dante's story? So just think about, coming from Dante's perspective, like, he wrote everything for a reason, like trying to get his point across. It was more as a political statement overall. The gate to hell is also a symbolic object within the story. So what could this possibly symbolize? So keeping these things in mind, go ahead and use your graphic organizer in your groups to kind of determine and inference what would be the greater meaning of these things within the story.